Did you get the ribs? She did get the ribs. St. Louis ribs. They were on special, and it's Friday. Figure why not make some ribs for the weekend? I've already got the ribs cleaned, rinsed off, the membranes trimmed from the back, have the smoker going with some charcoal to start it and some hickory going on there right now. And we're just about at temp. I'm going to be doing this from 225 to 250 hopefully. I'm not going to be wrapping these ribs in foil. I'm going to be going straight through, unwrapped. I'm going to be spritzing them after 2 hours. I'll do it about every hour with some apple juice. I have 3 water pans in the smoker to help keep a lot of moisture in there. And we're just going to make some good ribs today. I'm going to be putting the meteor side of the ribs towards the firebox. We'll be flipping these later, but I'm always going to keep bone side down. I'm not going to put the meat side down on the grate. Let's get them cooking. I don't know if you can see right there, but I have the firebox propped open a little bit and the door on the side fully open with not just the adjuster there. I want to get as much air in here as I can to get that going with good thin smoke, which I've got right now. I'm going to add some more hickory though. Start building temps up. Going to leave that open for a minute till it starts to catch. Close the firebox lid, leaving it slightly cracked using these old tongs that I use for charcoal. Okay, it's time to spritz these ribs again and to turn them. Just starting to loosen up a bit as you lift them up. Nowhere near tender, but they're starting to lose that tightness in them, if you can see that. This is just about 3 hours, so we've got about 3 hours left to go. 2.5, 3 hours. One more little spritz here. Gonna check our fire here, see how we're doing. We're about burned down on these. Let's get another piece of hickory in there. We'll wait for that to catch. Our hickory's starting to catch. I'm going to give it just a couple more seconds and I'm going to close the lid with the old tongs to brace it open just slightly. Give it good airflow. I think we're going here. Another hour, we'll come back and spritz it again. Okay, it's time to spritz these ribs again, and we'll also be stoking the fire in a minute. Those are looking good. Look at those. Spritz these good here. Now, I forgot to mention it earlier. The rub that I used was a simple brown sugar, some chipotle chili powder, a little bit of garlic powder and paprika, pepper, ground black pepper, salt. You can use any sort of rub you want on this. I like it a little sweeter. Okay, this is the 4th hour of the cook. I've spritzed it 3 times. On the 5th hour of the cook, 5 hours in, I'm going to actually coat it with barbecue sauce for that final hour to give it that glaze that'll build up on there. But these are looking really good. Let's give it one more quick little squirt. Okay, it's time to put barbecue sauce on here to get a glaze going. I'm also going to turn these around first. Let's see how they're nice. Got the barbecue sauce here that my wife made. It's just a doctored up, I think it's a Kraft barbecue sauce with some molasses, some, I don't know if it's brown sugar in there, some vinegar, just to thin it out a little bit, give it a bit more tang, some mustard I know she put in. And get a good coating on here. Help with the moisturizing of these ribs and get a glaze on there. Plus it just smells so good. You can see down there how the meat is starting to retract from the bones. That's telling you that it's getting close. So I think with this 1 more hour to go, we're 5 hours in now. I think at 6 hours we're going to be dead on. I don't want these falling off the bone. I want them to be tender, yet still have a little bit of a bite. And I think we're looking good for that right now. Okay, we're just about at 6 hours here. I think we're ready to go. Oh, those look good. They smell amazing. Oh. Time to get these inside. I think it's time to cut these ribs and give them a taste. Look at those. Those look delicious. They smell wonderful. Now, let's cut into these. Again, I don't like these to be falling off the bone. I like there to be some bite. See if you can see that. Very juicy still. Look at that. Now for the test. How do they taste? I don't know if you can see that, but that is just so juicy. And it even came out with a nice little smoke ring in there, which I don't usually look for in the ribs, but it did get a nice smoke ring. All right, here goes. Oh man. You can taste that hickory. The hickory really came through in this. Super tender with a bite. This is exactly the way I wanted them. Didn't have to wrap them. You can wrap them, there's nothing wrong with that. But this way I think it actually got that nice little, not really a bark, but a little crust on it with that barbecue sauce. And it allowed that smoke ring to really penetrate. That's what it's like when you're cooking with wood and not the charcoal throughout all the way. You get that smoke all the way through with a stick burner, or an offset smoker, what they call them, stick burners. These came out fantastic. And now we're going to go eat the rest of them. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.